So I do feel like I am becoming a book reviewer as opposed to a recruitment technologist. But I do read a lot. I'm reading more now, I think, than I have in the past 10, 15 years, and I'm coming across some great books that you may or may not have read. But I'm also revisiting some books that I've read recently too, just in order. I think a second pass on a book's always really worthwhile. One of those books that I am revisiting is Hooked by Nir Eyal. This is a fantastic text, and it's a must read text for anyone that's involved in product, and the book also it does make a it distinguishes between products and services, but I think a lot of the lessons that the book tells you about are as applicable to the service industry and services provided as opposed to products, i.e. software themselves. Hooked is all around how you get your customers addicted to you. What do you need to do to create habits with your prospective customers or your actual customers that will keep them coming back for more, and simply how do you maximize the lifetime customer value of each customer. In a recruitment context, that's how do you maximize the lifetime candidate value, and that's as applicable to agencies as it is in-house. This isn't just about you place a candidate, you realise the value of that placement either to your business if you're in-house or as a revenue figure if you're agency. This is about then, okay, what more do you need to do to retain the interest of that candidate so that you're getting something from that individual. For me, that's things like, once you've placed a candidate in-house, how can you get that candidate so addicted to your brand internally and your EVP that they become a superb source of referrals, and that they become an advocate for your business, that they're going to networking events and that they're constantly bringing in potential candidates to you, particularly within the hard to find sectors. Within an agency environment, fairly similarly, how do you generate referrals on a continuous basis? How do you build a proposition and demonstrate that to candidates who you've placed, that means that they're more likely to push prospective candidates to you. But also, when that candidate, whether that's contract, whether that's temp, whether that's perm, is that candidate going to come back to you when they're looking for their next job? And actually, I think for the majority of agencies, if they were to look at their returning candidate figures, they'll be pretty low. I think we've all lost candidates to other agencies. So what can you actually do to get candidates addicted to you, either before they're placed or after they're placed? I think you need to define this. First of all, what habits are needed to keep the candidate engaged with you? What do you want? What activity, what behaviours do you want to encourage the candidate to carry out that will be both beneficial to you and also potentially addictive to the candidate, and that the candidate's going to get value out of? And actually, that will generally be around problem solving. How do you help to solve your candidate's problems? What activity do you do that's going to support them and is going to add value? Think about why candidates need help to solve their problems. Why are you unique? What is your that old thing, that USP? What do you need to do to convince a candidate that you are the person to actually solve that problem? But also think about how often you're going to need that value from a candidate. So those are just some points to think about how you get candidates hooked to your brand and hooked to your service. Check out Hooked by Nir Eyal if you haven't done so already. It's a fantastic read. It won't take you too long, and I'm sure you'll learn something from it. Thanks a lot.